It has been over 420 days, even more, since 101 innocent hostages were taken captive into Gaza by Hamas. Families are suffering, waiting, and hoping for their return. Yet in all this time, no Western leader has dared to do the moral thing to free them until now. Former President Donald Trump and future President Donald Trump just issued a powerful warning to Hamas, Iran, and Qatar. Free the hostages before January 20th or face the consequences when he takes office. Here is his full, unbelievable, powerful statement. Quote, "Everybody is talking about the hostages who are being held so violently, inhumanely, and against the will of the entire world in the Middle East. But it's all talk and no action. Please let this truth serve to represent that if the hostages are not released prior to January 20th, 2025, the date that I proudly assume office as President of the United States, there will be all hell to pay in the Middle East and for those in charge who perpetrated these atrocities against humanity. Those responsible will be hit harder than anybody has been hit in the long and storied history of the United States of America. Release the hostages now! Exclamation point. That is leadership with moral clarity. That is what true justice should look like. But where has the free world been for over a year since our captives were taken into Gaza by Hamas on October 7th, 2023? Led by Joe Biden, they have chosen appeasement over justice, threatening Israel and withholding weapons from Israel, instead of confronting and threatening the real evil culprits in this war, Hamas, Iran, and Qatar. This is the epitome of moral failure. Evil, pure evil from the Obama-Biden-Harris administration. At the same time, switching gears to Israel, here our senior IDF staff have been leaking warnings to the press, advising the government to halt the war and negotiate for hostages. What's their reasoning? Because destroying Hamas endangers the hostages. It's literally insane. An army's mission is, one, to destroy the enemy and protect its citizens, not to dictate government policy through leaks to the media. This is the true scandal. And every senior IDF official leaking to the media should be investigated and prosecuted. But no, because as I've been telling you in other episodes, instead the justice system is investigating officers who shared information with the Prime Minister's office. As my friend Erez Tadmor posted so eloquently, quote, "I am calling and begging the heads of the security establishment, stop, please stop, shut up. Stop with the leaks to the press, with the briefings, and stop with putting pressure on Netanyahu instead of putting pressure on Hamas. You have been putting pressure on Netanyahu for a whole year, and you have only pushed Hamas to harden its positions. The reality we are living with is now pushing in one direction. Put pressure on Hamas to free the captives. You are professional officers. Perform your duty faithfully and raise your disagreements behind closed doors, not in the media. Not only is the media campaign you conducted for a year against Netanyahu and the government illegitimate in a democratic country, it is harmful and harms the chances of freeing the captives in Gaza. You ran this campaign for a whole year and failed. Our captives are languishing in captivity through your direct fault. Please shut up and let Netanyahu and Trump bring them home." Okay, they have always been saying no to Netanyahu, no to going into Gaza, no to going to Rafah, no to going into Hezbollah in Lebanon. Thankfully, we are witnessing a new era on the horizon. President Trump's nominations have been nothing short of inspiring. The latest nomination, Kash Patel for the FBI, is another beacon of hope. A man who has stood firmly with Israel and understands the stakes. Just look what he just said before the election.
Seat. And when we are back in power with President Trump, you will see what we did with Israel and the Prime Minister and our special forces and their intel operation. We will be standing side by side with them. We will shut off the machinery that feeds money into Iran. We will no longer have 100 hostages still in captivity, Israeli and American and otherwise, by Hamas and Iran's Hezbollah mercenary forces. Donald Trump rescued 50 hostages and detainees. That's more than every president before him combined. And I hope he wins on November September 5th, and Aaron's right. We need America to wake up and prioritize Israel, and that is not what Kamala Harris is about. We need to bring home Americans and end this war, bring home Israelis, and make sure...
That is the message that is not just good for Israel, but it's good for America and for the whole freedom-loving world. The immoral Biden administration has emboldened the Islamo-Nazi enemies of the whole freedom-loving world, not just our enemies. But soon, hopefully, we will see the return of morality, truth, and justice with the policies of a Trump administration and the end of the horrific, immoral, evil policies of the Biden administration. And please God, with Trump as president, finally Netanyahu will be in a better position to deal with an undermining senior military intelligence leadership in Israel as well. Hopefully the behind-the-scenes backing from the Obama-Biden machine will be weakened tremendously. It won't go away because they will still try to undermine Trump policy in the U.S. as well as policy in Israel via our own leadership here in the military intelligence establishment, but it will be heavily weakened. January 20th cannot come soon enough. With it all, everybody, remember, our true Savior is God above. He is the only one we can place 100% faith into. Not Trump, not Netanyahu, not any human being. It is God who runs the show, and every human being is just a puppet in a much greater game of life. But God above is the one to put trust into. Keep on standing up for truth. Keep on sharing our messages from the Pulse of Israel about what is really going on with Israel and the Jewish people, and always, always work to strengthen your faith in God above. We will still have ups and downs, but the trajectory is positive, very positive. We will overcome our external enemies, international pressure, internal challenges. We will overcome. It's up to us. The process is happening. Am Yisrael Chai. And if you're not yet a subscriber to our belief-based, politically incorrect, inspiring messages about Israel, the Jewish people, and the freedom-loving world, what are you waiting for? Go to pulseofisrael.com and sign up to subscribe. And we are a donor-based organization. Our videos are free, but we need your help, your support to make our videos and to make them seen by more people because we're heavily censored by social media companies on the internet and shadow banned. It's thanks to your donations, big or small, that allow us to do our work. And we want to be seen by many more people, and we need large donations to make that happen. But anything you're able to give, greatly appreciated. Signing off from our eternal and ancestral homeland, the land of Israel, and our beautiful, biblical, and indivisible capital, Jerusalem, since King David's time. Thanks for watching, everyone. Shalom from Jerusalem.
Pulse of Israel, frontline videos from the Holy Land. Support our work by donating today.